Hey, thought it was time to get things sorted out with this script as I'm about finished, and I think a good thing would be to explain how the script works in the config. So we're gonna start with the config here. So the Jackie Creations Moonshining script is a innovative, unique script which you can basically add anything you want people to be able to add to the script to make their own recipes. Not technically make their own recipes, but basically make a feel and see what they can make from different ingredients, which we'll get to. First, we have the mash progress time. This will be how long it takes for the barrel, or the not the barrel, the bucket to finish mashing. That's in seconds. That's set by default to 1 minute. We have the unknown here. That is if none of the ingredients matched up to a minimum or surpassed maximum of any of these ingredients to any of these ones. Of course, you can make your own custom ingredients and your own custom um, moonshines and mashes as well. These are just the default that I have added that I'm using myself as well. So yeah, we got, but yeah, that's initially what this is. If you want that to be a thing, um, have that on true, and then the item and how much you want to, include for that. We have the interval prep. This is when the moonshine still is heating up. So the moonshine still needs to heat up to about 170 degrees before Fahrenheit, of course, before it starts cooking or boiling the brewing the moonshine. And after that, when that has reached 170 degrees, we have the interval normal, which by default is set to 0.5 because both 3 and 0.5, give me a second. Both 3 and 0.5 is set to is very fast because this is per second. So um more than 3 per second is very fast. It's very high, and especially for normal, you would have to constantly attend the moonshine still before it explodes or breaks. We have the moonshine heat reduction amount. This is when you cool the still down, which is the item here. For me, it's just water. And that's just click on the temperature. We'll get to that when I'm showing it in game, of course. XP. This is basically just if you want there to be specific different kind of steals, different perks to it. Here we have a reduced time, so the default time is what's set down here. How long it takes to brew the certain moonshine. So instead of 300 minutes, sorry, seconds, not minutes. Um, so 5 minutes, it would be, well, four minutes and 40 seconds. So 260 seconds, obviously. Um, and that's basically just what the point of the XP is. These are self-explanatory. These are the items from your items.lua, and this is simply the prop, which you can find in, for example, Red Lookup, or you can find in the mush.tv, basically. So that's just a prop for the bucket. And of course, and this is of course what moonshines you want, what ingredients they require, basically what mash you require to put in to get these moonshines, and again how long it takes to make. As mentioned before earlier, this is where you can add all the different kind of mashes. It's very simple, really. You add a ingredient, and a minimum and maximum amount, you don't need to worry about anything because it will register what kind of what kind of ingredients you have put in general and how many. So even if you have match all these and then you put not more water because then you would surpass the maximum. But let's say you put in an apple as well. As long you meet these standards, it will show you that you can have blackberry mash. Now, if you had two corn in and two water, and three blackberry and one sugar, it would show both blackberry mash and corn mash. So you can choose which one you want to make. And yeah, well, there's that. And down here at the very end is what items you can actually put in the barrel, not in the bucket. So as said before, doesn't actually have to match anything in the ingredients. If you want your players to play around and figure out how the ingredients goes, how they are, whatnot. Add as many things you want, and if they have any of these items on them, this means that if you when you go to add ingredient, even if you have a bunch of other items, only the items listed here will be available and shown to be able to put in the bucket. So that's the config explained. Hopefully it was easy to understand. I just wanted to make an easy introduction into the config.